Hello. Have you ever been on vacation to an exotic place where the travel brochure promises a unique experience and you hope to explore the character of the people and the place in which they live? You realise that there is only a limited amount of time in this place, and possibly you are also limited by finances. As you prepare for this unique experience, your mindset is one of adventure, of placing yourself in a situation with the intention of engaging with the experiences that unfold, and being prepared to collect some snapshots and mementos along the way. This scenario embodies the key elements of case study research. The case study is a form of qualitative research that facilitates the exploration of phenomenon within its context, and it uses a variety of data sources. My name is Martina Golding, and together with my colleague Chaya Moskovich, we will unpack the case study. Before we unpack the elements of case study methodology, it's important to note that inquiry projects are shaped by the perspective or particular worldview of the researcher. This view or lens through which they perceive the nature of knowledge and its construction is referred to as epistemology, and it influences every stage of an inquiry process. For example, the approaches to case study of three prominent methodologists, Robert Yin, Sharon Miriam, and Robert Stake, reflect various positions of epistemological stance. Yin has a positivist view based on valuing empirical observation, and he proposes a meticulous approach to collection of data and its analysis based on a prior theoretical position. Yin wants researchers to be mindful of validity and reliability at every phase of the investigation. Stake, on the other hand, has a constructivist stance in which knowledge is constructed through the interpretation of reality. He contends that there are multiple perspectives and that the role of the researcher is to interpret and to gather interpretations. And for this reason, Stake asserts that a definition of case study isn't possible. Furthermore, the researcher can only report their version of the constructed knowledge. Miriam adds another layer of complexity to Stake's view. She highlights the significance of the interactivity of the social world and the meaning that is made at all levels of the research process, including the reader of the report. She specifies the qualitative case studies involving a particular phenomenon situated in context and time, which is therefore idiosyncratic, characterised by rich, thick description and able to be understood by the reader. By delimiting the qualitative case study in this way, Miriam broadens the definition of case and builds in flexibility to include all manner of programs, social units, processes and institutions. So, the decisions about methodology in qualitative case study will be largely influenced by the researcher's philosophical position. Aspects of research design that are compatible with this epistemology will guide the process of addressing the research questions. The potential for qualitative case study to be a powerful tool of inquiry and evaluation is quite impressive. As we consider the phenomenon of case study as our preferred methodology, we'll unpack the benefits of using this type of interpretive research, but also look at some of its limitations and the challenges that face researchers. One of the distinctive benefits of case study research is its flexibility and potential for using multiple data sources that are collected and analysed simultaneously over a period of time. For example, if we peer into our metaphorical holiday case, we can see a variety of data sources such as items of clothing, toiletries, documentation, photographs, souvenirs and other paraphernalia which, taken together, enhances our understanding of the phenomenon under scrutiny. Like a tapestry, the individual strands of data function as coloured threads weaving together to form a more complete picture. Another benefit of this methodology is that it facilitates the deep exploration of complex situations. For example, the artefacts of clothing in our holiday case, such as swimwear, hiking boots and tennis racket, give detailed information about the activities being undertaken. Photographs and documents may reveal significant factors about the genesis and cultural aspects of the phenomenon. Deeper exploration into the bottom layers may reveal nuanced aspirational information from the pages of a personal diary or travelogue. There are some limitations with case study methodology, the main one being its idiosyncratic nature, which means that case studies are often not generalisable to other contexts. Secondly, with the array of multiple data sources, there is the risk of being overwhelmed by the quantity of data, which may become unmanageable. While there are some computer-assisted forms of storing such data, such as the CAQDAS, there is the concern that the researcher may become distanced from the data. Finally, there is the issue of validity and reliability, for without these, the credibility of the study will be at risk. Amongst other measures, researchers must ensure that there is enough detail, there is prolonged exposure to the phenomenon, and that there is sufficient triangulation of the data.
Tebi ću donijeti ja prsten od zlata i hoću kucati mila na tvoja vrata. Rukom ću tražiti tvoju, najdraža moja. Za mene postojiš samo ti i ljubav tvoja. Jedna će mandolina svirati ovu noć. Čekaj me, čekaj mila, čekaj jer ja ću doći. Jedna će mandolina svirati ovu noć. Čekaj me, čekaj mila, čekaj jer ja ću doći. Tebi ću donijeti ja najljepše svijeće. Nikada ljubav naša prestati neće. Tobą 중심에 뛰어 cielo života. Našom čas krasiti moljena ti i tvoja ljepota. Jednače manolina svirati ovu noć. Čekaj mila, čekaj jer ja ću doć. Jednače manolina svirati ovu noć. Čekaj mila, čekaj jer ja ću doć.
Case study research, there are a number of different types. Firstly, there's the explanatory case study, in which researchers attempt to explain cause and effect relationships in a real-life intervention. For example, analysing a new program in context and linking the implementation of the program with its effects would explain the causal links between the two. This type of case study is good for discovering theory about phenomenon. A second approach is the exploratory case study, in which a situation is explored that hasn't been clearly defined. Its purpose is to gain an understanding of the phenomenon. The results of exploratory case study may provide insight into a particular situation. Thirdly, there is the descriptive case study, in which a description of phenomenon in its real-life context is observed without changing or manipulating the environment. The purpose of descriptive case study is to gather information that demonstrates relationships in the phenomenon as it exists. A fourth example is the intrinsic case study, which is undertaken when the case itself has no purpose other than its particular interest. The uniqueness of the case and a desire to understand it better, as opposed to building theory, is the sole reason for the exploration. A fifth type is the instrumental case study, in which something else is being studied and the particular case in question will facilitate insight into the other issue and may lead to theory building. Finally, there's the category of collective or multiple case studies, in which the same phenomenon are studied in different contexts. The purpose is to examine several cases in order to understand commonalities and differences. The multiple case study is valued as being robust and reliable, but may require a considerably greater investment of time and money to undertake. As you can see, there are a number of different ways to approach the case study, all of which enable us to analyse the intricacy and uniqueness of social phenomenon.